Dear students, in this class we are going to discuss about full wave rectifiers. First we take the center tap full wave rectifier. This is the circuit of full wave center tap full wave rectifier. In this, a center tap transformer is used along with two diodes D1 and D2. It converts both positive and negative, that is full cycle, into DC. That's why it is called full wave rectifier. This is in this during the positive half cycle of the input voltage. Positive means 0 to T by 2 or 0 to pi of the input cycle. We will get a positive pulse appears across both the side of the secondary coil. This is one side of the secondary coil, this is second side of secondary coil. Due to the positive half cycle, we will get a positive pulse here and positive pulse here. In this case, diode D1 will be forward bias due to positive at this point, and at the same time the diode D2 will be reverse biased due to the negative at this point. Now the D1 will be forward bias and it will conduct a current, and current flowing through this way. This will be positive and this will be negative. A voltage will appear uh, across the resistance. This is the waveform of voltage from 0 to T by 2 during positive half cycle. During negative half cycle, negative pulse appears across both section of the secondary coil, that is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. This cycle, both negative cycle is appearing across the secondary of the center tap transformer, and due to this negative pulse the diode D1 will be reverse bias and it behaves like open switch, and diode D2 will be forward bias and it behaves like short circuit. The current flowing in this way, and a voltage across resistance will be the this Vm. We can see the direction of current during positive cycle is this, and also the during negative cycle is this. That is, the direction of current through the resistance or through the load is same during positive and negative half cycle. That is uh, pi by T by 2 to T, the voltage will be the Vm, and from 0 to T by 2 also the voltage will be uh, Vm. That means it converts both the positive cycle and negative cycle of the input voltage. Now we can calculate the uh, peak inverse voltage. Peak inverse voltage is the maximum voltage appearing across the diode when it is reverse bias. We can see when D2 will be forward bias, then D1 will be reverse bias. When D2 will be forward bias, a negative peak will appear across this diode D1. This voltage is called peak inverse voltage. we can calculate this peak inverse voltage when it is reverse bias. A negative voltage Vm is appearing across this, and the voltage of this polarity Vm is appears across this. We can take the KVL in this circuit. We can take from here positive, negative to positive. We take plus PIV, and we from we the path will be like this. Across this load resistance plus 2 minus means we take minus Vm, then across secondary terminal plus 2 minus, that is minus Vm equal to 0. KVL in the loop shown, that is in this loop, we can take PIV equal to 2Vm, that is the peak inverse voltage in case of center tap transformer is twice that of maximum voltage appearing at the secondary terminal, and it must be the PIV rating of the diode must be equal to the twice of the Vm in center tap transformer. Now, what is the merits and demerits? Merit is the output voltage and efficiency is high as compared to half wave rectifier, but disadvantage is that it needs center tap transformer, which is difficult to manufacture and to locate the center point at the secondary which produces the equal voltage. The second disadvantage is it only converts the half of the secondary voltage appearing at the secondary side. This means it converts only half of the, that is the voltage appearing across only this secondary is converted to the DC, that is full secondary is not utilized for conversion into DC. The third point, the peak PIV rating of the diode will be the twice that of half wave rectifier. The second type of transformer is full wave rectifier, full wave bridge rectifier. This type of connection, which has 4 arms, is called bridge. In this rectifier, 4 diode D1, D2, D3, D4 is used, and it converts the both positive cycle and negative cycle of the input voltage into DC. That's why it is called full wave bridge rectifier. It is called bridge due to its construction of its bridge circuit. Now, during positive half cycle, that is when input cycle is positive half cycle, that is this point is positive and this point is negative. In this case, we can see in this figure, when this is positive and this terminal is negative, the this diode will be this positive and this negative. This diode will be reverse bias and it is treated as off, and this diode will be forward bias. This terminal is positive and this point is negative. This is forward bias. Again, this is negative, this is negative, this uh, and this is negative and this is positive. This diode is also uh, reverse bias and it is treated as off switch. In this figure we can say when positive half cycle is applied, diode, this diode and this diode will be forward bias. It is treated as short circuit, and the diode, we can name this diode, that is this is D D2 and D3, and this is D1 and D4. So under negative half positive half cycle, D1 and D3 will conducting, whereas D2 and D4 is in off state. Since the diode is considered as ideal diode, hence the full input voltage will be appeared across the load. So during negative half cycle, this will be the positive half cycle, this will be the condition, and during negative half cycle, this terminal is negative and this terminal is positive. Diode D1 and D4 will be forward bias. The direction of current will be D1 D4 conducting and current flowing through this load resistance, and then D1 conducting and path will be completed. The direction of current is from this D4 load resistance and D1 and back. So during negative half cycle, D1 and D4 and D1 will be conducting. This is D1 and D4, and for positive half cycle, diode D2 and D3 will be conducting. We can see the direction of current during negative cycle is this. Since this is the direction of current, the terminal we can mark this is positive and this is negative, and we can see during positive half cycle the direction of current will be like this. D2 is conducting and the current flowing will be in this direction. This will be positive and this will be negative, and then the D3 will be conducting and current completes the path like this. We can see the direction of current during positive and during negative half cycle of the input supply. The direction of current through the load is same. That's why we get the unidirectional voltage across the load for positive half cycle and for negative half cycle. And we can calculate the peak inverse voltage during this in this type of circuit. This is when this is conducting, and this will be in reverse bias condition of PIV is appearing across this diode. We apply KVL in this loop, applying KVL, applying KVL in the loop shown. We take this direction of KVL -2 plus, we take plus PIV. This is the short circuit, and the voltage appearing across the load resistance is +2 minus, that is minus Vm equal to 0. Now we can write it PIV equal to Vm. That is, the peak inverse voltage required in this diode will be the maximum secondary voltage, that is same as that of the half wave rectifier. Now the advantage of the half wave rectifier is it eliminates, advantage of full wave rectifier is it eliminates the need of center tap rectifier. Also the output is double that of center tap rectifier for same secondary, and the PIV rating is half. The disadvantage is its needs for diode, and second disadvantage is it is not suitable for a small DC output voltage, because when during one half cycle two diodes will be conducting in series, and we take the practical diode, there will be forward resistance, and the voltage will drop across two diode resistances simultaneously, and that's why for low voltage rectifier it is not suitable. This is all about the full wave rectifier, that is center tap and bridge rectifier, with their advantages and disadvantages. In next lecture we will analyze the full wave rectifier, and we will calculate the efficiency, ripple factor and other parameters of the full wave rectifier.